Family Abounds, and today is moving day. We actually have been moving small loads of things over to the new house in the last few days, and last night the kids and I loaded our 15-passenger van to the brim to get all of our bedding, not beds or mattresses, but blankets and pillows and all that kind of stuff. Some toiletries, the contents of our fridge and freezer, and some other odds and ends. And we came over and we actually stayed our first night last night. It was a crazy, crazy afternoon, and I was really wondering why I was pushing for it. But once we got here, I was really glad that we did it. And this morning I am really glad, because all that last minute stuff we'd be trying to scramble together right now while Claude is getting a truck and people are on their way to the old house. And so I'm glad that we're here. So the agenda for today is for the kids and I, we have to run to Walmart to get a couple of things, and then we're gonna come back here and we're gonna sort out this room right here. This is our living room, but it became kind of the dump for all of the loads of things that we brought over, because we painted this, well, I should say a friend painted this for us, and it didn't have any carpet, so that meant when the painters came and when the carpet cleaner came, nobody needed to be in this room. So we're going to be sorting these things out, putting them in their right rooms. The kids will do as much as they can, and the rest we'll ask for some help with. And then we are going to be, let me get back in here. And then we will be kind of setting up the kitchen, getting some lunch set out, and probably doing little odds and ends. I might get around to putting hooks, towel hooks in the kids' bathroom. I'm going to put the older kids to work, putting on all of the plate covers for the outlets and everything that we took off and hadn't put back from painting last week. And then sometime in the middle of the day, we will have a truckload of stuff and some helpers, and Claude's gonna kind of get all of that in the house, and we'll go from there. So right now Claude is actually picking up the truck, and he is on his way to the old house to meet some friends, and they're gonna kind of do their work there. So hopefully I'll get some footage. I probably won't take footage of the friends that are helping us, because I'm not really sure if they want to be put up on a YouTube video, but I'll take little snippets of the day, and we'll hopefully get a little kind of shot at the end of the day with everything probably in boxes, but everything in the house. So I hope you enjoy the ride today. So we just finished in Walmart, and I'll give you a quick peek at what we got here. It's a little quick haul. We got a thing of eggs, some carrots, 3 bunches of bananas. We got 2 bags of these little cuties oranges, and then here we have some muffin mix. Sorry, that wind might be really loud. I don't usually buy muffin mix, but kind of not up to making muffins from scratch, and they looked good. So then we got some mustard and some mayonnaise. That is for sandwiches for today. We got some pickles. That's also for our lunch today for everyone who's helping us with move. So I also got some of these plastic kind of serving platters. I think they're only like 88 cents a piece, and some big serving bowls. And then we got some plastic mattress protectors for the kids. Theirs were really, really run down. I grabbed myself 2 pairs of flip-flops because mine have been totally demolished from paint and mud and stuff the last week. And lastly, I got myself a couple of nursing things. I got you probably can't see it, this little nightgown kind of nursing thing. I have one in pink, I got one in gray. A couple of nursing bras, and then I found a dress here. You cannot see it probably, but this was just in the women's section. And yeah, you probably can't see it, but it's got this like cross front thing, which I thought will be really good for nursing, and wearing like a pair of capri leggings underneath after the baby's born. So that's our little Walmart haul. Now we're gonna head home and get some boxes moved out of our living room. So while I am driving home, I just wanted to just share a little bit about our process of getting into this house. I hope the sound is okay. I guess we'll find out. So we actually put an offer on this house 6 months ago, and the day that we put it in, that morning, the seller decided to put the house into the auction process. It was a foreclosure. It has been empty for 4 to 5 years. It's been on the market for a really long time. So they were trying to sell it, and we really didn't want to go with the auction process. There were just some aspects of it that we didn't want to commit ourselves to, and so we just kind of figured, well, there goes that house, and we'll just keep looking. The Lord will provide something. So when we got back from a trip that we took in November, we got an email from the seller's real estate agent saying it did not sell in the auction and wondered if our offer was still good. And so we resubmitted the offer and they accepted, and that would have been in December. So it's now the beginning of April. That was the beginning of December. And the house is a foreclosure, and so our real estate agent said it'll be a little bit different of a process than a normal sale. And then also the type of loan we had, and the fact that we use cash for everything. We don't have like a credit card or anything. And so we had to do an alternative line of credit for our credit score, so that was some extra paperwork. Anyway, and we didn't have loan officers who were really on top of things. We had a really hard time keeping them on track, helping them to remember that there was paperwork that had to be done. And because they weren't on top of things, we missed our first closing date, we missed our second closing date, and we finally closed at the end of March. Now, through the whole time, we had been praying that the Lord would provide for the house, that He would provide for the repairs and the updating. We're not doing any major updating, but things like fresh paint and everything. We'd been praying the whole time that He would provide for all of it, and that He would provide the help that we would need to get it all done. So the last 2 weeks have been really amazing. They've been really stressful, and honestly, I'm relieved that we're moving today. I'm kind of dreading the unpacking, but I am really glad that we are in this final step. It'll be good to have this process over. But the Lord has provided everything that we have prayed for. I even was praying for things that we didn't really need, like a dining table. We've been using one of those 8-foot plastic tables that you get from like Costco or Sam's Club, because we outgrew our other table, and we have some metal folding chairs, and so I was praying that we would be able to get a table, that we'd be able to replace our couch, which is totally falling apart, that we'd be able to paint the inside. The paint in there was fine, but we knew we wanted something that'd be easier to wash fingerprints off of. We needed a dryer. We found out once we closed on the house and we checked all the appliances, that the fridge wasn't working, so we needed a new fridge then. Anyway, it has been amazing to see the Lord pull all of this together for us. We have had people working at our house, friends, people that we've hired. It's been really amazing. We have fresh paint through the whole house. We have a couch and a dining table being delivered next week. We got a fridge and a new dryer on Thursday. I'm just totally amazed. It is so incredible to see. And we had a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs throughout the process. It seemed like every step of the way there was an obstacle, and the Lord overcame it. One of the big things was that the seller had in the contract that we would be fined a flat fine of, I think, $300 and a daily fine of $100 for every day that we went past a closing date. So when we missed the first closing date, we were able to negotiate that. And then we missed the second closing date, and they said, no way, we're not going to waive these fines. And what ended up happening is we accrued $1,200 in fines. And the people working on our loan, they didn't bother to ask us if we had the cash for that. They just said, oh, it has to be rolled into your mortgage, which means we have to send it back through all the channels of paperwork. And every day that they would do that, we would have another fine. So we'd constantly be in a cycle of owing money, because once they approved the mortgage amount for a higher amount with including fines, then we would be late again and we'd have more fines. And so this is, I think, just how God works, because of the way that they were trying to deal with it, which I don't know if that's really how they were supposed to. The seller just finally said, whatever, we're waiving the fines as long as you can close when you say you can close. And praise the Lord, we closed that day. And so even those fines were waived, which we had been praying about. So it has been a really, it has honestly been a frustrating journey. But I know that we are going to look back and just think, wow, this is amazing what God has provided for us. And another aspect about the house is that we got a really, really good deal on it. Like, really, really good deal. This is like bargain shopping at its best, and the house is in great condition. There were some big things that we had to fix, but nothing like really, really huge. And the house itself is in great shape. I think the people who lived there before us were just a married couple. They didn't have any kids. It doesn't even look like they had maybe any animals. And so the house has been in really great shape. It's really just what we were looking for. And we just praise the Lord. The glory goes only to Him. So I just wanted to share that story, just to be able to honor the Lord in what He provided for us, and also as a way of encouragement that He provides what we need, and then sometimes He provides even more than what we need. So we have been here most of the day. I think I checked in on our way home from Walmart this morning, and it is now, I think, after 5 o'clock. We had everything in the truck from the old place by 11:30 this morning, and then Claude and a bunch of guys from our church came over with it. It was all unloaded in, like, I want to say just like an hour and a half to probably 2 hours maybe. And then some of the guys stuck around, and they got all our kids and our master bed all set up. So bunk beds, all the beds are set up. They set up our appliances downstairs. They set up our treadmill. We got a lot of work done. But as you know, with moving, there are a ton of boxes still. And so tonight, Claude and I are going to work on just kind of making sure things are in the right rooms, and making sure furniture pieces are where we want them, and then probably just kind of sorting stuff so we can walk through the rooms. So right now I am trying to get these hook things in. So I've got drilled in the wall my drywall anchors. I still have some to do here. And then I'm going to be putting these hooks here like this, and these are for the kids' towels. So I am going to finish up with that, and I will show you my progress. One down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to go. So I have 9 in, and 1 more to go. Yay! And here is the finished product. We have 7 towels hanging up, and we have some extra towels because we are always planning on more kids until the Lord closes that door for us. And also, you never know when you have a guest or something and you want an extra hook. So we're going to start organizing the kids' rooms just a little bit, make sure that things are at least neatly put along the walls, and get these beds made up for the night. We're starting in the girls' room right now.
Daniel! Hat there, look. There's a boy hat. Come on. Boy hat. Oh, boy hat. Here, let's tighten it. Come on. I don't want to wear it. Let's see how it looks on you there.
Whose bed is that?
Rachel!
Rachel's bed.
Grandma.
Grandma. Say hi, Grandma.
Grandma's gonna come visit us. Come!
So here we are. The girls' room is rearranged. So it says Hannah and Rachel's room. We have a little table and chair here as a desk area for Hannah. Her personal items are under the bed right now. And there's a plan for some balances up here and here. And we're using these colors here that are on Hannah's pillowcase. So we have like this teal, I don't know if you can see the light, teal color and some magenta, and then this yellow that's the same color as the wall. So Rachel's pillowcase has the same colors, some different patterns. And then we've got an extra bed here when we have guests. Abby will move in here and her room will be the guest room. So, and then the closets, just a minute. We have, if I can, oh, that's stuck, okay. This is the clothes closet. They'll have some hanging clothes here. And then this closet is toys. We haven't unpacked it. I think we might need a shelf in here, but these are dress up things and doll houses, stuff like that. So that is the girls' room. Here we have the boys' room. This is for Joshua and Jeremiah. This is what it looks like now. We're gonna tidy it up. So here's the boys' room now that we have cleaned up a bit. We moved the bed to the middle of this wall. We made the beds. The boys have their storage bins under there. So their colors are these, some gray and dark green, and then like a bright lime green to accent. And there's our other pillowcase and bed. And then we have a desk here for mostly for Joshua, our 9.5-year-old. And then the closet is just for clothes. And they also have a little storage space there. So there we have it. Boys' room is set up, cleaned up. Again, we will put some window valance there, but that might be a while. There we go. Now we're working on this pile of bedding that is going to go into this linen closet. So here is the linen closet. Now I will let you in on a little secret. I don't usually fold linens. I just folded these and put them on the shelf. I usually have bins here. So, but I have to find some that fit. So I folded them for now. There are a few things that I will fold and put in bins, but there are things that I just shove in a bin because honestly, I don't have time and I don't care. So that's the finished product. And our next room to tackle is this one. Get a light on. This is Abby and Daniel's room. And we don't have a bed in here yet. Abby is getting a new bed. It's actually a day bed that can extend from a twin into a full bed or double bed. So that's coming next week. Anyway, this is what we're working with, and we'll show you the end result when we're done. So here's Abby and Daniel's room. And this is their closet. They have their clothes and Abby's backpack. Her bin is up here for now because we don't have a good place to store it. But we'll have some hanging clothes there and whatever other storage that they need. And again, we'll have some balances here. eventually. And this wall is like a teal color. We also have it in our dining room. So I kind of picked some bright accent colors to go with it. This bright green and orange and yellow, and then some red, and then the either aqua or teal to kind of accent. And I'm sure we'll put some stuff on the walls. I have a leaf that kind of I'm thinking of putting here. This like bright green leaf we've had for a while, and it's been in a schoolroom, it's been in a toy room, and we might put it in here. So it is now, it's like 7:15 or 7:30, and I am going to sign off because I have four kids at home. Lost count. I've got 4 of the younger kids at home, and I need to bathe them and get them some dinner. The older 2 are with Claude, returning the truck and emptying all of our trash that we had from the last house. We had our bags of trash, and where we live, that was our responsibility, and so they were taking care of that. And I think the last thing at the old house is that we have a couch that we are tossing, and Claude and a friend are going to take care of that tomorrow afternoon. So the plan for Claude and I think I mentioned tonight, is that we are going to start kind of just making sure things are in the right rooms and setting some things up. So we'll pick a room and we'll just kind of get it organized, even if it's not unpacked, so that we have a little bit more order for everything. And actually, I hear van doors outside, so I am going to run. That means Claude and the kids are home. We need to get some food and baths and get everyone to bed. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in our next video. Bye!